What is going on, Ecom Dominators? Cynthia here, and in today's video I'll be showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to run Instagram ads. Everything from the proper split testing, the ad creative, and the different ad placements. Now before I get into the video, keep in mind that Instagram is owned by Facebook, so in order to run Instagram ads you actually need to go through the Facebook Business Manager. And I actually did a complete tutorial on Facebook ads and breaking down the entire framework on how Facebook ads work. So if you are a beginner, just go back and watch this video over here, but don't click out yet because it's bad for the YouTube algorithm. I actually put that video up on the screen at the end of this video. But other than that, if you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name is Cynthia and I teach everything related to social media marketing. So if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and tap that bell notification so you'll be notified every time I drop a video just like this. Alrighty guys, let's jump right inside the tutorial. So welcome to my Instagram ads tutorial. Again, as I mentioned before, Facebook does own Instagram. So in order to run Instagram ads, you have to go through the Facebook Business Manager account to run your Instagram ads. Again, I created an entire tutorial on that. So if you are a beginner, I'm going to leave a link or a video up on the screen at the end of this video so you can go back and watch it. But right now, I'm going to hop on over to Instagram and I'm going to show you the different types of Instagram ads that you can actually run. So right now I am on Instagram, and the first type of ad are called story ads. And for most of you guys are familiar with story ads, it's basically when you go on Instagram, usually you watch your friends or your family's stories, and at the end of their story, you usually get hit with an ad. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can create these types of story ads. Now, one thing to keep in mind is when you are creating story ads, a lot of times they automatically will put in the shop now button at the bottom or some kind of call to action. So if you're creating your story ad and you're wanting to put swipe up or something like that, just keep in mind they've already automatically add that in there for you, so you don't actually have to. So just something to keep in mind when you are creating the ad creative. Now the next type of ad are called photo ads. These usually appear in the news feed when you're scrolling through all your friends or your family posts. You usually get an ad, and the way that you know it's an ad is when it says sponsored right over here. Also, photo ads are one of the easiest to create. You literally need one image and that's it, and you can start advertising. Now the next type of ad are called video ads. I personally prefer video ads over photo posts because it's a lot more engaging and a lot more interactive, and I see a lot more people really liking my posts and clicking to my website. So don't worry, I'll be showing you exactly how I create video ads in this tutorial. Now the next type of ad are called carousel ads. I really like carousel ads, especially for e-commerce, because you can really showcase a ton of different products. So you can actually use either photos or videos in this case, and what you can do is the users can swipe left and they can actually scroll through different products that you have in your store. So for me personally, I like to use carousel ads when I'm running a retargeting ad, because people who are already familiar with my business and my brand, and it's for me to showcase other products to get them to come back to my website. So the next type of ads are called collection ads. Now I like these type of ads because you can really showcase a bunch of different photos or videos in one specific ad. So as you can see in this example, there's one up here, there's a photo down here, one down here, one down here. So there's like 4 altogether that you can actually customize and put into one. Now the last type of ad are ads in the Explore page. So if you're not familiar with the Explore page, it's basically a page where usually a lot of viral posts goes trending, and it gets posted into the Explore page. So it's really for anyone that's looking to discover new content or new people to follow on Instagram. So if you want to put your ads in the Explore page, you can also do that as well. But in today's video, I will not be showing you the ads in the Explore page. I'll be showing you 2 of the most popular ones are the story ads, and I'm going to actually show you one of the photo posts. Now, before I get into the video where I show you how to run an Instagram ad, I quickly want to talk about split testing. This is one of the most important things that a lot of people miss out when they run any kind of advertisement. So this is not just for Instagram, it's literally for anything that you're running: Google ads, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, whatever it is. You need to be split testing, because 9 out of 10 times people will not succeed with the first ad. And the reason behind that is because you are assuming that you know your audience. You're actually picking, what keywords to target, maybe the different genders. You're selecting an ad placement that you think will convert higher, and you're assuming a certain ad creative will work best with your audience. But the thing is, you don't know any of that. So what I do recommend before you go into Instagram ads is that you have zero assumptions about who your buyers are, who your audience is, what type of ad creative will work, and just leave everything pretty much broad. And then you want to have Instagram collect that specific data and then show you who your buying audience is. So you want to base your scaling decisions based off of data. So up here on the screen, I actually listed a few things that you can go ahead and split test. Obviously, this is not all inclusive. This is just the main ones that you can start testing right now. So the first one is the target keywords. As you can see, you can split test between cat foods versus cat celebrities. This is an example. For example, if you are in the cat niche, obviously the keywords will change based on your niche. You can also split test between different types of age groups. So, 18 to 25 versus 40 to 54. You can split test the different genders, male versus female, location, US versus Canada. You can also split test if you're just doing the US, and you can split test the different states. Sometimes certain states convert better. You can also split test different ad placements, so different platforms like Facebook versus Instagram. Now, I know that Facebook gives you the option to run your ad on Facebook and Instagram at the same time, but I don't actually recommend that. I actually recommend that you create 2 separate campaigns for this, because most of the time, depending on your niche and the product that you're selling, one of the platforms will yield a higher conversion rate. So in order to scale as cheaply as possible, you definitely want to make sure that you separate both of these platforms and see the data after about 5 days to see which one performs better. And then you might want to cut the one that doesn't perform as well. Now, the next one is if you're just doing Instagram, you can also split test different placements. So whether you are doing the feed versus the story versus the explorer. Now, for the purpose of this video, I will only doing the feed photo ads and the story video ads, just to show you an example. Maybe if I get enough views or I get enough requests, I might do a part 2 showing you the explorer, but it all just depends if there are demand. Another thing that you can split test is the ad creative over here. So as I showed you previously, you can do carousel ads, photo ads, video ads, collections. So you might want to split test to see which of these creative will respond better to your audience, because depending again in your niche or what type of product you're selling, people will respond based on the different ad creative. So not everyone will respond better to photo. Maybe your audience only respond best to, story ads and whatnot. So these are the things that I want you guys to take in consideration before you run your Instagram ads or any ads. Right now, I am on the Facebook for Business page, and I just look under Instagram feeds, and they give you tons of great information in terms of the design recommendations, text recommendations, so on and so forth. And so this is one of the reasons why I have you guys split test between the Instagram feeds versus the story versus the explore page, because there are certain recommendations in terms of the designs and technical requirements that differ for both of these ad creative. So for an example, with the Instagram feed, as you can see, the ratio, they prefer 4 to 5. So it looks something like this on the screen. But if I click here and I click on Instagram stories, automatically, if I come down here, Facebook recommends a ratio of 9 to 16, which makes sense. If you look at the story ads, it usually encompasses the entire screen, which people can view an entire video and then swipe up. So because of the different requirements in creating the ad creative, I don't recommend that you run them all in the same ad. As I'll show you in just a bit, you can actually check all the boxes, but I recommend that you split test the stories versus the feed versus the explore. That way you get a clear picture on what works and what doesn't, and also for certain design requirements and technical requirements in terms of creating the ad copy. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to hop on over and do a quick demo on how to create an Instagram story ad, which will be in a video format, and I'll show you how to create an Instagram feed ad, which will be in an image format. So let's hop on over. Now I am on placeit.net, and this is the #1 software that I actually use to create all of my ad copies, whether I'm running my ads on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, or Twitter. I love using this because they already have tons and tons of professionally designed templates that I can actually choose from. So another thing what I like about Placeit is if I hover over the videos, over here they have tons of templates that are created just for Instagram stories. So the ones that you see right over here, if I hover over each and every single one of these templates, you'll be able to see a preview on how it actually looks like. So what I like about Placeit is that they've already taken into consideration all of Facebook's technical requirements on how your stories should be, the dimensions, the length, things like that. So they've already did all the heavy lifting for you. All you really have to do is come on over here, change out your text, input your images, and you are done. So I like that I'm not always spending a ton of time creating these videos, because in my opinion, for me, I really suck at creating videos. I don't really have much video editing skills. So I love to use softwares just like these to create all of my ad copies. So very quickly, I picked out the one here. So I'm going to show you an example on how this looks like. I like how this one looks. So this is the example that I'll be using for this video. So the first thing that you want to do is I want to swap out this picture. So I don't want this picture, so I can go ahead and upload my own. Now for the purpose of this video, I'm going to pull up my test Shopify store and say, for example, I want to sell this t-shirt over here, which is just a plain white t-shirt with an owl on it. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this product over here. I just uploaded a photo of my t-shirt. Now this is a different mockup. I actually use Placeit to generate a different mockup for me. I love Placeit because not only do they have t-shirt mockups, they also have mockups for mugs and tote bags and phone cases and so many other things that you can create professionally designed ones. So over here I can actually make the photo a lot bigger, and I can drag it more towards the side because this is where I want the girl to show up on the side, and I'm going to go ahead and crop it. This is how it looks already. This looks super professional. It looks like I hired a team to help me create this video, which I didn't. I actually created all on Placeit. So another thing what you can customize is the color scheme. So you can either select the color schemes that's related to your logo or to your product. So in this case, if I'm looking at my product, it's more of purple and pink kind of color. So I can come back over here and actually swap out the blue for a pinkish color because I want the color scheme to match my product. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to select a pink color. Automatically, as you can see, instead of the blue to purple, I have a pink to purple, and it blends perfectly into my template. Another thing is if I come back over to my t-shirt over here, I see a little bit of brown. So instead of this purple or bluish text holder, I can change it to a brown color. So again, super easy and simple. So I just created my ad just to have that nice look and feel of my product. So another thing what we can do is actually change out the text. So if you don't like, sale or limited offer here, you can go ahead and customize all of that. So in this video, I'm just going to type in, 50% off. I can just change however I want. I'm actually going to leave everything else because I like the way that it's have sales and limited offer. So if everything looks good, what you want to do is you want to come down over here, and they have a play all button, and what it will do is Placeit will generate a preview on how your video looks like. So if you're satisfied with the outcome, you can go ahead and download that. So very quickly, I want to show you how the finished ad looks like. So this looks super amazing and professional. Again, I only took a few minutes to create this. It did not take me that long. Also, if you want to use Placeit place it, you can actually go through my link at placeit.teebootcamp.com. I'll also leave a link down below if you want 15% off your monthly subscription, or if you want to save a little bit more, you can pick the yearly subscription. Again, you can get 15% off with my link down in the description. Also, another thing, if I come back over here, I wouldn't worry too much if you are looking for the type of ads that says swipe up down here. Again, like I said, Instagram will automatically input that for you when you create the ad, so you don't actually have to find the one that says swipe up. If you find just the regular ads just like this, you can use all of it, any of them, because they will automatically put that at the bottom. So it's not something that you really have to worry about. Now, before I move on, I actually want to show you another example if you want to create a Instagram ad with a photo post. So if you come back over to place it, and if I hover over designs, I just simply look under Instagram posts and I can find tons of different templates that I can actually use. Again, Placeit did all of the hard work. They've already created all the posts that will fit the dimensions. So as you can see, these are more like square posts as opposed to the vertical posts for your story. So you can just go ahead and hover over them and see which one you like. You can customize all of them to fit whatever product or service that you are selling. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I actually picked out this one. I like how this looks like. It looks really cool. So in this case, I can go ahead and I'm going to upload my product. For an example, I want to sell this tumbler over here. I just upload it and I'm going to go ahead and click crop. Automatically, Placeit will replace the image with the product that you're trying to sell. And then right now I can go ahead and customize the text. So instead of Cyber Monday, I can go ahead and customize, Black Friday. And then I'll just keep it at deals. And then instead of get up to 70% off, I can just say, free shipping. And then I think this looks really perfect. And again, I like this added detail they have here. This is the texture that you want for the background. So in this case, you can select, different textures that you want. So let's just see, let's hit this one. And you kind of just play around with it till you get the ad copy that you like. I like, they have these. They also have the ones that spiral out. So I actually like the one that looks like this. It looks amazing. Again, I did not spend a ton of time. It looks pretty nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and click this download button. So right now I am on my Facebook Ads Manager account. Now, if you don't know how to get here, just go back to watch my previous video where I walk you through from A to Z regarding Facebook ads, the entire framework. But this is under the impression that you already have a Facebook Business Manager and you've already created your ad account. So once you come on here, just go ahead and click the create button to start your ad. The first step is we need to customize our campaign by selecting an objective. Now, the objective is basically telling Facebook what is your end goal of this campaign or this ad. So you can select anything from awareness, which is just allowing people to know about your business and kind of discover more about your products. You can go under considerations where you can go for traffic, which are people going to your website, engagement, people to just like, comment, or share your content. You can optimize for video views, lead generation if you're looking to build your email list. You can also do conversion. So these are one of the more popular ones. So for running Instagram ads, you can actually split test between the traffic or the conversion objective. So I'm actually going to select conversions for the purpose of this, and I can go ahead and name my campaign. So very quickly, I'm just going to say, Instagram ad demo, and then I'm just going to type in Al t-shirt, and then I'm going to click continue. Now for the next step, we'll just need to customize a few things. So the first thing they want us to do is to select a pixel that we want to run our ads to. Now, if you have multiple pixels because you own multiple stores or you're helping a client run their own ads, you just have to make sure that you select the correct one. So this is the Owl pixel for my Owl Shopify store. And then the next thing they're going to ask you is to select a conversion event. Now, a conversion event is depending on what you want to get out of this ad. So you could have view content, add to carts, contact, donate, all these things, a lead, purchase. So because I want people to purchase my t-shirt, I'm just going to go ahead and optimize for purchase. And then I'm going to come down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my daily budget. Now you can have the option to set a daily budget or set a lifetime budget. So lifetime budget is, say for example, you only have $100 to spend on ads. So you might want to put in, $100 over here. Now, if you are a person who is like me, I prefer daily budget because it's something that I can have a little bit more control over. For me, I like to start at $5 per day just to start testing a new product. And if I make sales, then I'm going to scale the next day depending on the number of sales that I received. So I just like to have more control in terms of the budgeting. So that's why I leave it at daily budget, but you can obviously do lifetime budget if you have a certain cap on how much you are allowed to spend in terms of ads. You can also select the start end date. I usually do not touch any of this. I can select a date, but I usually uncheck the end date because I actually go in every single day to scale or cut my ads. So for me, I really have no reason to add an end date. But again, if you have a certain lifetime budget you want to put in or an end date that you wanted to stop, go ahead and set it here. The next thing that you want to do is actually tell Facebook/Instagram, the type of audience you want to target. So they have, different location, age, gender, targeting, and languages. So as I showed you previously on the slides about split testing, you never want to assume who your audience is. You want to have zero assumptions when you are testing a new product or when you enter into a new niche. So you only want to go ahead and customize this once you have enough data, which means you have ran it for 5 days or a month or even a year, and you have that type of data that you can hone in on your audience. But if you are a beginner and you're starting out, do not assume who your audience is. And I also have to make a quick distinction between your engaged audience versus your buying audience. Obviously, at the end of the day, we want purchases, we want sales. So we definitely want to hone in on who our buying audience is versus who are people who are most likely to engage with our content. Engagements are great, but those do not get us sales. So we don't really care about that. We want to care about which audience is most likely to purchase from us. So here for an example, for the age, I like to leave it broad. So I usually like to do 20 and up just to make sure they have a credit card. You can do 65 plus, but I like to leave it broad. Again, the Facebook pixel is smarter than you and I, and it'll go out and it'll optimize itself to find the best buying audience for you. Genders, unless you absolutely know who your gender is, I'm going to leave it broad. But because in my ad, I actually have a girl wearing it, I might just change this to women. You can go ahead and split test men or women depending on if you don't know who is most likely to purchase your products. But in this case, since my ad copy has a woman, I'm just going to target women. For the detailed targeting, I'm just going to go ahead and type in, people that like owls. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the detailed targeting expansion. Now, like I said, in a lot of my videos, including my Pinterest ads tutorial, I always uncheck the expansion because it's basically Facebook wants to know, do you want us to use our algorithm to find similar audience to what you've already put in? So since we put in owls, they're going to find similar people that may also be interested in this specific keyword. So when I'm testing a new product, I don't like to expand any of my targeting options. I want Facebook to just target the keywords that I give it, the interest keywords that I give it. So the next thing I like to customize is the language. So I always set this to English all. Just so I know that the people who are going to be looking at my ads do understand English because it's just in English. And there's really no point in, not customizing this because you're going to be wasting a lot of your budgets to people who can't read English. So now the next thing I want to talk about is the placements. Now, this is one of the most important part when you're running Instagram ads. You want to go ahead and select manual placements. This is the part where you get to select which platforms you want to run it on. So Facebook, Audience, Network, Messenger, Instagram. So because this video is dedicated for just Instagram only, I'm just going to uncheck everything else. Now, keep in mind, like I mentioned before, when you are split testing, even if you want to test on Facebook, you want to do it on a separate campaign, a separate ad, because we don't want to contaminate our testing campaign because we want to see which platforms converts better. Now, that will just depend on what type of products or niche that you are in. So if we look down here, once we select just Instagram, as you can see, Facebook will already pre-select 3 of them, which are the Instagram feeds, the Instagram Explorer, or the stories. So as I showed you at the beginning of this video, there are 3 different types of placements that you can use on Instagram. Now, for the purpose of this training, as I mentioned before, I will not touch on the Instagram Explorer placement. If you guys want to know more about it and I have a lot of demand, I'll probably make a part 2. But in today's video, I'm just going to show you the Instagram feed using the photo that we just created, and I'm going to show you the Instagram story using the video we also created on over from Place It. Now, if you guys remember from the beginning of this video, I talked about split testing. So although Facebook gives you the option to run a single ad on the feed and the Instagram story, I don't recommend it because there are different technical requirements in terms of the ad creative. So if I look on the right here is the stories. Right here, they actually give you a mini description on what they actually recommend. So for the stories, they recommend 9x16. If I look at the feed, they actually recommend a square 1x1 or a 4x5. So in this case, it would not make sense to have both of these checked when you are testing a new ad. So again, there's some technical issues in terms of the design copy, as well as you want to split test to see which placement works better. So first, I'm going to show you the Instagram feed, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the Instagram story. So I'm just going to go ahead and check this for the purpose of this. So let's just focus on the Instagram feed first, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click next. Next thing what you want to do is make sure that you select the correct Facebook page. Now you can also link up your Instagram account. I'm not going to show you this part because it's super easy. You just have to connect your account, and what they will do is they're going to redirect you to the Instagram login page. Simply log in, enter in your email, password, and then log in, and then you can run it based on your Instagram account. Now, another option is if you already have a Facebook page, you can also run Instagram ads utilizing your Facebook page. So whichever one you want to, again, like I said, it's totally your preference, whether or not you want to go through your Facebook page or an Instagram account. So for the purpose of this training, I'm just going to select my Facebook page over here. And then I'm going to continue, and then over on this part, I'm going to create the ad. Now, again, like I mentioned, for the Instagram feed, I'm actually going to select the single image that we are going to be using. We're not going to be doing the carousel or the collection ad. And so I'm going to go ahead and add in my image. I just uploaded the photo ad that we created on over from Place It. And again, like I said, this is a square 1x1. This is the recommended dimensions recommended by Facebook/Instagram. So after you upload it, just go ahead and click OK. Now the next thing what we want to do is go ahead and customize our ad copy over here. So I can just say, do you love coffee? And then I can just say, grab yours here. And then I can go ahead and input the link. So I can go ahead and go back to my landing page over here, copy the link, come on back here, and then paste it in. And then I can add in some sort of scarcity, or I can add in, free shipping, today only. Just like that. And then I can also add in a website URL in here as well. And then I can have a call to action. So since this is a physical product, I want a shop now button, and boom, that is it. This is super easy and simple. Like I said, this will be perfect if you're running a Instagram ad just to the Instagram newsfeed. So I'm gonna actually come back over here to our ad settings, and I'm actually gonna show you how it actually looks like if we are to select the stories placements. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to select Instagram stories, and I'm going to go back and uncheck the Instagram feed, and then I'm going to go ahead and click next. And then once again, make sure you have selected the correct Facebook page or the correct Instagram account associated with your product. And then we're going to upload our ad creative. I'm going to go ahead and add a video. So I just uploaded the ad creative that we created on over from Place It. Again, it already looks super amazing here. As you can see down here, Facebook already added the Shop Now call to action button. So you don't actually have to find an ad creative from Place It which has the word Shop Now or swipe up, because they already automatically integrate it when you create your ad. So again, they make it super easy and simple. You don't have to be a professional to create these stunning story ads. You can actually use softwares like place it to create them for you. Now, once you are done, just come on here and click publish, and then Facebook will review your ad. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Also, let me know down in the comment section if you guys have any questions about Instagram ads. I love to know. Also, if you're interested in learning other traffic sources like Facebook or Pinterest, I'll have those videos up on the screen at the end of this video. And also, if you found value in this video, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Live free.